American journalist Tucker Carlson, who was also the biggest personality. He had the biggest show on Fox News in American media for years, number one. He was recently a guest on Sean Ryan's podcast, and they spoke about UFOs. Now, Tucker Carlson has been talking about UFOs for kind of a minute now, right? And why? Why so much? Why does Tucker Carlson talk about UFOs all of a sudden? Spirituality and that, right? He's talked about it multiple times, but in this Sean Ryan interview, I found it to be different. And he revealed new things he hadn't revealed before. So I want to take a look at a clip of him on the show, and then we'll discuss. Okay, link in the description if you want to watch it without my commentary. All right. So I just want to really find out, why is Tucker Carlson so invested in this? And is he still presently so invested in this? Because he was at one time, right? Let's find out. If you're new to the channel, y'all, and you like content like this, please hit that subscribe button. I put out a new video every day, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I do not miss a day. Please hit that like button, vetters. That really helps out the videos. So thank y'all so much for the support there. And, of course, comment down below. What do you think about Tucker Carlson's comments about the UFO phenomena? Let's go. All right. Boom. I got it queued up here. I'm just going to start the clip, and let's go.
You had mentioned several times that you think that the UFO, UAP type phenomena stuff is all spiritual.
I think so. I don't know. I mean, look, I should just state about every topic, like, I don't know shit.
Nobody knows shit.
Yeah, that is the root of all wisdom. As my father always said when we were kids, the root of all wisdom is knowing what an asshole you are. And I think that is totally, and knowing how ignorant you are and how limited your foresight is and all that. So I don't know. But yeah, I would bet my house on it. At least some of it is. I mean, I'm sure some of it's like advanced technology that we possess. The U.S. government clearly does possess a lot of technology that is not publicly known about or available or only in fragments. I mean, that's clearly true. You've done a lot on this. I mean, that's why I first reached out to you, because you did such an amazing segment on that. I was like shocked by it, how great it was. That's why I'm sitting here. So you know all this. And clearly that's part of it, but there are other things that are clearly not, that baffle the U.S. government. Here's what I'm really surprised by, and I've actually stopped gathering string on, as we say in reporting, stopped gathering string in this, gathering information, because I'm satisfied that I know enough, and I don't really want to know that much more. Because what I think I know is, this doesn't help me at all to know that. So that's a conclusion I've reached. I'm usually pretty curious. I've stopped being curious about this because I don't want to know anymore. But
you truly don't want to know anymore about it.
I think I know. I think I know what's up. So I can't prove it, so probably not going to articulate it, but I think I know what's up, yeah. But
can you articulate it?
Well, I think it's a really old story.
I think I know what's up. I mean, I know what's up. Okay, I know what's up. That was hilarious. He thinks he knows what's up. He's not interested in it anymore. Because he knows what it is. It's like once you find out or once you confirm what it is, you're kind of done with it. I would think that's when the real journey begins, you know. So very interesting. Tucker Carlson thinks he knows what's up. He knows what it is. He knows.
No, I think it's a really old story. So that's what I think. I think it's a really old story. I think it's a really old story. So that's what
I agree with.
What is it?
Well, one, I'm a Christian, and I am fairly sincere about it. I try to be sincere about it. More sincere than ever, for sure. But one thing that you notice about every world religion I'm familiar with, I'm interested in that topic, there are commonalities between religions. Jesus is unique, and I believe in Jesus, so I don't believe in any kind of pantheology, okay? I don't think they're all equal or anything like that. I think mine is correct. I think that. Sorry. But there are commonalities that are very striking between all world religions I'm aware of and all creation myths. And one of them, and this is of course true for Christianity, very true, is that the belief that supernatural beings take physical form. They all believe that. The Greek myths, Jesus, most famously, but that they take physical form, that they're not just like some ethereal, they're not just shadows floating around, specters, fog, that they're physical. Like they're as real as the arm of your chair. And that they reproduce with people. Again, Christianity believes that. Jesus, immaculate conception, spirit reproduces with human woman. That's what the story is. And it's described in Genesis as well. In Genesis.
Wait a second. Is that? I have never understood it in my entire life to be that. It was just that, bing, God put a baby inside of Mary. Not, he sent down a spirit to have sex with her to put a baby in there. What are we talking about? I mean, what? Honestly, this has nothing to do with the video, but that's the first time I've heard of that. Right? Because he's trying to make the connection of, you know, his specifically Christian spiritual beings manifesting themselves in a physical, you know, way to us. That's what the UFOs are we're seeing. And then the people as well manifesting, the aliens, you know, those are just spiritual beings, Christian spiritual beings, right? And that they reproduce with humans because that's what happened with Mary. I didn't know a spiritual being had sex with Mary, and that's how we got Jesus. I guess that's the first I'm hearing it, but why bring up that? It's so weird about reproducing with... What's about to happen? Is there about to be some like huge galactic orgy I don't know about? All right. What do I need to buy to get ready for that? Oranges and saltine crackers. I don't know. You know what? Let's just continue this.
The 6. Again, it's not just the religion of the ancient Hebrews or the religion of the modern Christians. It's Hinduism as well. And the animist religions, the religions of, to the extent we understand them or know about them, of the American Indians, all the same. So if every culture in the world that we know about, who's left any kind of written or physical record, is reaching the same conclusions about something, maybe there's something there. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's not so crazy to think that what everyone else has always thought since the beginning of time, which that there is this combination in cases of, you know, human beings and the spiritual realm, whatever that is. I can speak about it with no precision at all because I don't understand the specifics of it, but I know that it has been written about since people have been writing. And so it's a little weird to think that in 1945, really the day we dropped that first bomb on Hiroshima, from then until now, it's just a speck of time in the continuum of history. For that one period, we've assumed that's not true, but everyone else has always assumed it is true. I'm kind of going with everyone else on that, just on the odds, okay? It's a very long-winded way of answering your question, but I think that's kind of what we're looking at. I think there's some evidence that that's real. So, and I don't want to fully articulate it because it sounds like so out of the realm, but it's not out of anyone else's realm. In fact, it was at the very center of everyone else's realm until like just the other day. So I don't think it's a crazy thing to think, and I happen to believe that's true. So whatever, but I can't prove it. So I'm certainly not an evangelist on the subject at all, and I also don't know how that helps anybody to say it. So I've like tried not to talk about it because I don't know it's true, and I don't really know what you do about it if it is.
What was
other
it
than
that
say your prayers?
What was it that what was it that led you to believe?
Talking to a lot of people. I got really interested in it, and since that is my job, that's literally my job, is to call people and see them and have dinner with them and talk to them. And that's what I've done my whole life. So it's like that's just natural for me. It's not a hobby. It's my profession. I hate to use the word reporting because it's been so discredited by the liars. Oh, we've done a lot of reporting. Here at NBC News, we've done a lot of reporting. Fucking liar. You know, you talk to some flack at CIA who told you a bunch of lies, which you're now repeating to me and my kids, so shut up. You haven't done any reporting. I hate to use the word reporting, but just like satisfying your curiosity by trying to identify who might know, talking to a bunch of people about it, assessing who's telling the truth. Maybe they're wrong anyway, but you can kind of feel whether someone's telling the truth. And there are ways to know, or to get closer to knowing whether someone's telling the truth. And just talk to a lot of people. And I've done that because I got really interested in it, sort of by accident. I never thought I'd be interested in this at all. And so I talked to a lot of people, and I was really shocked by what credible people told me. They could all be wrong. Of course, I can't prove it.
Yeah.
But I became completely satisfied, I'll say that they were not lying and that they were right or in the vicinity of right. I always assume the details are wrong. I was a police reporter for a while, and you interview someone like a shooting. You've obviously seen shootings, but most people don't see shootings. So you think if you saw a shooting, you'd like remember every detail of the shooting. They get them all wrong. People aren't good at detail. Okay, that's just true. But they are good at themes. They're good at themes. Like, they remember the guy's fat. He may have been 400 pounds. He may have been 280. He was fat. Like, if everyone says the guy was fat, he was fat. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what we do. We can't say that. And so if everybody you talk to is saying, oh, this is really upsetting, I don't know what this means, but here's what I know. Here's what I heard someone say. I was in a meeting, or here's what, what I mean? It was that kind of stuff. And I didn't talk to anybody in the UFO community. I'm not even sure what that is. I know I don't trust I don't trust anybody, actually. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my job to trust people. So it's my job to assess whether what they're saying is right or not. So I talked to people who I thought had firsthand knowledge, and I talked to a number of them. And then I was like, whoa, I'm out. Because I don't need to go farther than that. I mean, I think that the real struggles are unseen. That is absolutely a part of Christian theology. I didn't fully appreciate it at all. It's a part of every theology. In fact, it is theology. That is theology. The belief that the real struggles are in the spiritual realm. That has been a constant belief since the beginning of history, recorded history. Everybody has thought that, except us in the West, since 1945. I can't say that enough. So once you get perspective on this question, you're like, okay, that may sound crazy to someone who thinks buying shit on Amazon is the meaning of life, but to every other person in the world, we may disagree about what the truth is. I'm sure we will, but we will never disagree with the fact that there's a lot of shit going on that we cannot see or measure with our senses. That is absolutely true. And of course, looking back, you have experiences, and we talked about this in great detail at breakfast. You look back and you're like, okay, that's what duh. Like, the only surprise is not that it happened, but that it took you, blockhead, so long to see it clearly. And then to admit it. There's like some, can I say one thing and then I'll stop. I cannot keep a straight trajectory with my thinking sometimes. But what I find so striking about the UFOs, this is the main takeaway I have, is like, there's this debate, like, is this stuff, these phenomena, which are clearly, obviously real? I mean, there's no debate about that. There's a lot of shit that people can't explain in the sky and underwater. We know that. Fact. So the debate is this government technology? Is it from outer space, or is it some spiritual realm here? I've already told you my view of it. But what I find so interesting, we know the government's lied about it. They're lying about it now. That's a fact. There's no way around that. They've absolutely lied about it in very elaborate ways. I am really struck. Here's my current thinking on it. The main effort that the U.S. government has put into its disinformation, its lying on this topic, has been not to mislead you on the technology. Like, they're not telling me they don't have anti-gravity technology. It sounds from watching your podcast that they do, which I believe. No problem believing that. Their main interest is in convincing you that the supernatural is not real. And if you watch, and there are people in the media who specialize in spreading these lies on behalf of the government. I'm not going to name anybody, but like some of them work at the New York Times. Once you realize what the point of the exercise is, it's crazy. And I hope you'll assess all the fact-checking and the skepticism on UAPs through this lens. The main thing they want you to believe is the supernatural is not real. Well, then you have to ask yourself, like, why?
That's interesting.
It is so interesting. Why is that important to you? Why do you care if I think the supernatural is real? Like, why is that? First of all, why is it? How dare you, as my government, try to get involved in my spiritual beliefs? That's totally not your area, so get the fuck out of there, okay, A. But B, why has that been so important for 80 years for you to convince me the supernatural is not real? Why? Why is that? And of course, I can't answer the question, but my gut level response is, well, because if it is real. Whatever they're telling you is not real, and if they're punishing you for saying something you know for a fact it's not real, you're not allowed to say that. Oh, not because it's, they don't have no problem with me lying, because they lie for a living. So lying brings no sanction. You can lie all you want. What you can't do is tell the truth. That is a fact. So once you know that, you can sort of reverse engineer their lies and know with some certainty that whatever they're telling you is not true, is in fact
Did he just admit to lying, first of all? Anyway.
true. That's exactly the truth. It's exactly the truth. But then you have to ask motive. Like, it's not a profit motive. Like, does it make them rich to deny that there's supernatural forces? No. What is that? And I don't know the answer. But the obvious answer is, well, because they sort of know they're working for supernatural forces.
I don't know the answer. Well, the obvious answer is, what? This guy's all over the place.
Actually. And I think that's probably true. And the U.S. government is millions of people.
Do you hear what you just said? I kind of interrupted it.
The obvious answer is, well, because they sort of know they're working for supernatural forces, actually. And I think that's probably true. And the U.S. government is millions of people.
Is there a specific reason or a handful of reasons, or is this a hunch that you believe that they're working with the supernatural realm or have a relationship?
Well, I can't prove that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm suggesting that. I'm not saying it because I can't prove it, but I'm suggesting it. And if you're asking whether I believe it, the answer is yes.
So what he is saying is, so again, I'll put a link in the description. Go check it out. Full interview. There's more to it. So over 3 hours. Again, link in the description. Go check it out. So what he's saying right there is that he believes and suggesting that the United States government is working with the supernatural realm, or as he specifically put it, supernatural forces. And we've heard this sort of before in the sense that we've heard that there's an agreement with non-human intelligence, right? And Tucker is more saying it's Christian. You know, he's saying the Bible is true, the Christian, that's what we're seeing. We're not seeing aliens from another planet or whatever. We're seeing Jesus Christ and God and you know, that sort of thing. The Christian God. Right? And he's saying that the U.S. government is working with them. Essentially working with Jesus. I mean, let's be real. That's literally what he's saying. The United States government has an agreement with Jesus Christ. To do what? I don't know. Right? They have an agreement with our Lord and Savior. I don't think so. Where's evidence of that? More people are becoming atheists. So clearly the agreement is not working. Is that what this is for? More sightings, more stuff just to get people excited? But wouldn't there be more Christian-themed miracles happening? You know, and why do other people with knowledge say something completely different? I know some people say what Tucker's saying, but who is he talking to with knowledge? I mean, he's pretty confident. He's saying he's not talking to people in the UFO community, but it sounds like he did. Or people outside the UFO community who know? I don't know. So, curious y'all's comments for sure. You know, we'll leave it there. Again, link in the description. Go check it out for yourself. But does the United States government have an agreement with the spiritual forces? I don't know. All right, y'all. That baffles me. I mean, would be absolutely ludicrous if that's true. If we do have an agreement with non-human intelligence or spiritual realm, whatever, just the fact that we would have an agreement with some other intelligence, not human, advanced. What's in the agreement? Like, what are we signed up for? What contract are we in? We don't even know. All right, y'all. See you on tomorrow's video. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.